Dallas Mavericks. Oh boy. This team became unlimited source of drama and just some kind of reality TV show which it's almost impossible to produce. This team went from believe it or not, team who just couple of months ago was in the finals of NBA, had all of the future in front of them, to just mockery and just joke absolutely in every segment. Of course, we are talking about trade they made this season, which basically broke every sport news in the history. But just to get some aspect of what's happening with this team and what happened through all these years, we need to go back when Luka was even drafted in that team. Because in 2019, Mark Cuban said on one of the podcasts that trade would not even happen if he didn't pick up the phone and made the arrangement to Luka for being drafted. And it's not only they got him, they got one guy, I don't know, maybe you know him, his name is Jalen Brunson. And from those couple of picks they had, it didn't look so much potentially for Brunson, but from the beginning, Luka already showed his potential. Almost immediately, when they witness his potential, they pull a trigger on Kristaps Porzingis trade. And they unload the truck on that shit. I mean, you can see the money those guys were making, which they got. I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr., 20 million. Courtney Lee, I don't know if this guy played 2 games. Almost 30 million. Deadweight Powell, this deadbeat punk who's never an NBA level player in the history, was making 10 million. Okay, Porzingis at that time, he was on 5 because he was still on rookie deal. Next year kicks in, you gave a KP a contract, he's now 30-40 million player. You signed DeLon wrong. This guy he's gonna pass out every time he touches the fucking ball. Meanwhile, okay, Maxi Kleber at that point, 8 million, he was actually a decent player. You had Seth Curry, Dodo was cheap, and all in all, team was like semi-decent for the early stage. Next year, more bad trades, more people not playing. KP always injured. I mean, JJ Redick, I don't know if he got like 10 games. Deadweight Powell. And then you traded Seth Curry for Josh Richardson. I mean, 10 million for the guy, absolutely fucking useless. Centers still fucking sucks. I think Willie Cauley-Stein went from Golden State Warriors. But, I mean, he was just bust. Oh yeah, there it comes, the Tyler Terry, just to show you how good are draft picks from Dallas Mavericks. I believe he retired 2 years into his contract with NBA. Now the Nico Harrison era comes. He goes and trades Kristaps Porzingis, I mean unicorn because he never played, for Spencer Dinwiddie, who was freshly out of ACL injury and has 20 million on his contract, and goddamn Davis Bertans. You cannot make this shit up. But we need to build a monument to Spencer and how he played in that year. For somebody who just came out of ACL injury and what he provided, especially in the Game 7 against Phoenix, dude, I tip my head off to the Spencer Dinwiddie. Davis Bertans, he can go fuck himself. I mean, another guy we got, Reggie Bullock, 10 million, but he was decent, but he was nothing special. I mean, Sterling Brown, bust. Frank Ntilikina, oh yeah, we signed that fucking guy. We were just too occupied to sign every goddamn guy New York Knicks dropped at the time. Even at the time, New York Knicks were the biggest laughing stocks in the league. Marquise Chris, another center which did not did anything. Theo Pinson, he was good vibes. It's something, you know. Next year, you persuade Kyrie Irving to... you trade for him. You give up Dodo, Spencer Dinwiddie, and some picks. You still have fucking Tim Hardaway Jr. on your team. On 20 mil. Talking about waste of fucking money. Davis Bertans, Christian Wood, you traded for him. And he was averaging in Rockets, 24 points. But he never fitted in Dallas Mavericks. And he was just, weird fucking fit. He went to the Lakers, and even the Lakers eventually write him off. Once again, minimum Kleber, who just became washed after that playoff series with the Phoenix. My guy, when he came back, he was constantly injured. When he came back, he couldn't hit a fucking shot. And then the last season with Dallas, he even refused to take any shots. So you were wasting 10 million on him, 11 on a fucking deadweight Powell. And those two guys were in top 10 the worst rebounders in the league. It's just ridiculous. Oh yeah, you gave a contract to JaVale McGee and then you write him fucking off. You drafted Jaden Hardy, softy, who spent 3 years in the league and still didn't improve a single thing. The last game he played, he ended up being minus 44, which summarizes how shit this kid is. He was never an NBA level player, same as a fucking deadweight Powell. Deadweight Powell is, guy was 7 feet tall for no reason. This kid is also no fucking skill. And the worst part, I believe, next year, you sacrificed AJ Lawson to make space for Jaden Hardy, and then you drafted zero max prospect, who is another deadbeat bust of draft picks. But you want to make space for him, and then I think you write off AJ Lawson. He ended up going to the Raptors, and AJ Lawson was the only guy who actually contributed this team in the season, and even in the summer league, he was by far the best player. They got Derek Jones Jr. for vet minimum. For some fucking reason, you signed Dante Exum, who was kicked from fucking league because lack of his confidence. And when he came back, he was the same fucking thing. Next year, you made the trade for Najee Marshall. You signed Klay Thompson on good deal because he wanted to come to here and play with Kyrie and Luka. What else? Brandon Williams. He was a really nice surprise. I think he was only glowing star in this garbage team. And when they actually made trades for PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Kyrie came back, because let's not forget, Kyrie missed huge chunk of first half of the season where he missed, I think, like 27-28 games. Made it all push to the finals and everything, and then my guy made a trade for Luka Doncic and he gave him on pennies for the dollar. And when people started digging deeper, it's like how this happened and why it was so cheap. There was a bunch of bullshit. You would not believe how diabolically bad this trade was. They started spreading rumors like conditioning, availability and everything. But you trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, who was 5'6" older than him, and 1 first-round pick. And the best part, you didn't even shop him. You basically just called the Lakers and offered him to them. You didn't get Austin Reeves or Dalton Connect or some. It was so sad. And I was like, they were scared of giving him the money. Look at what this guy achieved for you. Conference finals, 5-time first All-NBA team, Rookie of the Year. So you're not willing to give him $345, but you would be forced to give Kyrie Irving 315 at the end of the season because he had a player option for the next year. And this is one of the reasons I believed Kyrie Irving actually knew about the trade which is gonna happen. Because it just didn't make any sense. And why would you give 315 to Kyrie, who is what, 32, 33 years old? And all of those rumors, his injury, blah, blah, blah. You would think he was diagnosed with terminal cancer or he stepped on the landmine and lost one of his legs, how they described him. Meanwhile, he goes to the Lakers and he is dropping games like I mean, it's not like crazy. You could see there's like lack of conditioning a little bit because he didn't play so long. But he was having triple doubles, 30, 40 points. I mean, he dropped 45 on your ass when he came back to Dallas, where basically every person in the arena was on his side except yours. And the statement from Nico Harrison, oh my god. This guy is like, his first press conference, he's laughing, he's making some stupid jokes, saying dumb shit like, defense wins championships. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on about? And I mean, Anthony Davis was basically not noticeable in that game against Lakers. And for some, statement, we have short-time win period, and we are win-now team, but somehow you ended up barely scraping for the play-in tournament. Meanwhile, fucking Lakers went to being third seed in the West. I mean, and then another statement was like, we made the trade because we felt we didn't get good in the off-season. I was like, that's mad disrespectful towards Klay Thompson, who took the money cut, Najee Marshall, who signed for $10 million. You got Quentin Grimes, which you refused to resign, and you trade him for, I mean, this is getting even better, for what, 5-6 older Caleb Martin, whose injury was so bad that you got a second round pick back, but not the one you sent, actually the one who was even worse that you sent. I mean, it was just diabolical, and oh my god. You, at one point, you didn't even have enough players to send on the court. You were in the danger to just forfeiting the games. You became a laughingstock. You announced that the price tickets increase on the day when Kyrie injured his ACL and he's out for foreseeable future. And he's gonna probably be out for what? Best case scenario, New Year's Eve next year. And now you expect to do Anthony Davis what Luka did for this team, and Kyrie was what, out minus 25, 7, 6 games, whatever. But on fair note, he has a better team. But right now, you need to re-sign a bunch of players and you don't have money. I mean, even this draft pick you're gonna have this season is potentially you're not gonna sign him because you are already over 1st April. And you need to re-sign PJ Washington and what was his name? I forgot the other big. Daniel Gafford. And how is that gonna end up? And what's gonna even happen with Kyrie contract right now? It's questionable. I mean, he said himself he has what, 2-3 years window, but you already waste this year, and next year is basically waste. On what? AD is 32, Kyrie is 33, Klay is what, 35, 6. I mean, where is this going? And you already seen how stingy the owners are with the money, so I really don't know what's gonna happen. And I remember one comment, I would not be surprised if Nico Harrison calls Rob Pelinka once again asking for Austin Reeves and connect. But in that case scenario, you're gonna probably lose one of your centers, and maybe even potentially PJ Washington. And those rumors about Kevin Durant, I don't even wanna indulge that, because that would be just nail in the coffin. I mean, through the history, this team changed so much. I mean, since Luka arrived and basically left. I mean, Dirk retired, Mark Cuban is gone, Donnie Nelson is gone, Coach Rick Carlisle is gone. Oh yeah, Jalen Brunson, which you allowed to fucking go away for nothing. I mean, it's just abysmal. And just to top this off, Luka Doncic became first international guy in the history to be the #1 selling jersey in the league. Over a decade, domination of LeBron and Curry, he basically thrown away. And just to put additional salt to the wound, Jalen Brunson is #5. And you want to talk about money business of the fucking side. I said that badly. The money affected in this league. And there was even a report that his the departure of Luka is gonna cost them almost 9 figures in brand deals, because every brand deal just abandoned them the moment they trade him. And they even tried to reach out to Luka when he came back to Dallas to play the game. It's like, oh, do you want to have some common sponsors? My guy said, nah, fuck you, nah. And the more we are going, there is just reports of how they fired everybody who was close with him. I mean, from the coaching staff, medical personnel. I mean, it's a just shit show. And what's gonna happen with this team, I really don't know. Especially with their money limitations. You have no draft picks, because every time you would make a fucking trade, they were dropping draft picks like crazy. Grant Williams, Clay. I mean, even in the Luka trade, you have to send the draft pick to the Utah Jazz. But even when you have those draft picks, you don't know how to draft players, unlike Phoenix Suns. I mean, one of your best draft picks is Josh Green and Derek Lively. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Derek Lively, he's prone to injuries, and he's just so one-dimensional player. Basically, just picking those lobs. He's bad from the free throws. He doesn't have just big IQ. I mean, I could go on and on, but it's a just sad story. You don't know, is it better they have a draft pick or they don't have it? Where this team's gonna end? And it's just abysmal. Like, I mean, we didn't want to give him money, bro. You were paying all these years Tim Hardaway Jr. $20 million per season, KP 40, all these deadbeats who would barely play 2-3 games. You were giving 8 figures. I mean, 2 top 10 worst rebounders in the league. You are giving them 8-figure contracts. I mean, Dwight Powell made $100 million in Dallas. My guy was never an NBA level player in the whole his career. I mean, nothing makes sense with this team. But I'm afraid the future is very bleak. Especially these new rules with the money and their lack of capital. I don't think they have picked till 2031. And this roster, I mean, how is this gonna end up? I'm afraid if we're gonna watch the period the same when they won a championship and then for God knows how many years they didn't made even playoffs. And this just might be it. That's all, folks. Take care.